Hello primary one, how are you today? Today we have a new lesson which is place value. At first, I want to know the meaning of place value of any digit. If I ask you, where do you live? You will tell me the place of your home. It's the same in digits. We call this shape the home of the number. I have here the rooms, the name of the rooms, which is ones and tens, and this shape is called ones, and this shape is called tens. Now let's understand the concept of tens place and ones place of a number. Here I have 12. If I ask you to represent 12 on the place value chart, in 12, how many tens and how many ones? At first, I should write ones and tens. O for ones, T for tens. So, how many tens we have? We have 1, 10. So, let's draw 1 in the 10. And we have how many ones? 2 in the ones. So, let's draw 2 ones in the ones room. So 12 is A, 1 10 and 2 ones. Now I want to know what is the number which is represented in the place value chart. Let's count. How many tens do you have? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 tens. So we should write 3 in the tens room. And how many ones do you have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ones. So we should write 4 in the ones room. Now we have 34. Exercise number 1. Write the tens and ones. We have 56. In 56, how many tens and how many ones? At first, I will write the name of rooms. I have O for ones, T for tens. How many tens we have? 5 tens. And how many ones? We have 6. The next question, we have 13. As we said, we should write ones and tens. In 13, how many tens? We have 1, 10. And how many ones? 3 ones. The next question, 33. At first, we should write ones and tens. In 33, how many tens? We have 3 in the tens. And how many ones? We have 3 ones. The last question. Here we have 40. As we said, we should write ones and tens. Now we have how many tens? We have 4 in the tens. And how many ones? 0, 1. Exercise 2. Write the number. Here we have 2 tens and 7 ones. So, to write the number, at first we should write ones and tens. In the place value chart, how many tens do you have? We have 2 tens. And how many ones? 7 ones. So, the number is the next question. Here we have 8 tens and 0 ones. As we said, we should write ones and tens. In the place value chart, how many tens do you have? We have 8 tens. And how many ones? 0, 1. So now we have 80. The next question. Here we have 1 10 and 5 ones. To write the number, we should write ones and tens. Here we have how many tens? 1 10. And how many ones? We have 5 ones. The number is 15. The last question. Here we have 0, 10 and 4 ones. To write the number, we should write ones and tens. Here we have how many tens? 0, 10. And how many ones? 4 ones. The number is 4. Now we will continue the second part of our lesson, which is the value. As we know before, 1 ones equal 1, and 1 10 means 10, and 2 ones mean 2, and 2 tens mean 20, and 3 ones mean 3, and 3 tens mean 30. For example, write the value of each digit. Here we have 42. In 42, how many tens and how many ones? We have 4 tens and 2 ones. 4 tens means 40. As we read, as we write, I said 42. So I'm going to write at first 40 and after that 2. So I will write 2. So 2 ones means 2 and 4 tenths means 40. The next example. We have 71. In 71, how many tens and how many ones? We have 7 tens and 1 ones. 7 tens means 70 and 1 ones means 1. The next example. Here we have 93. In 93, how many tens and how many ones? We have 9 tens and 3 ones. 9 tenths means 9 in the tens equals 90, and 3 ones means as we read, as we write. I said 90, so I'm going to write 90, and after that 3. So we will write 3. 3 ones means 3, and 9 tenths means 90. The last example, as we said, 3 tenths means 3 in the tens equals 30, and 0 ones means 0. Write the place value of the underlined digit. As we said before, the place value means the home of the number. Here we have 58. What's the place value of 5 in 58? At first, we should write the rooms. We have ones and tens. Where 5 lived in, it lives in the tens room. The next question, 54. At first, we should write ones and tens. What's the place value of 4 in 54? Where 4 lives in, it lives in the ones room. O means ones. Here we have 75. What's the place value of 5 in 75? At first, we should write ones and tens. Now, where 5 lives in, it lives in the ones room. Another question. 33. What's the place value of 3 in 33? At first, I will going to write ones and tens. Where 3 lives in, it lives in the tens room. Here we have 6. What's the place value of 6 in 6? Where 6 lives in, at first we should write ones and tens. Where 6 lives in, it lives in the ones. Here we have 19. It's the place value of 1 in 19. Where 1 lives in, at first we should write ones and tens. 1 lives in the tens room. Here we have 62. As we said, at first we should write ones and tens. What's the place value of 6 in 62? Where 6 lives in, it lives in the tens room. Here we have 78. What's the place value of 8 in 78? It lives in ones or the tens. At first we should write ones and tens. Where 8 lives in, it lives in the ones. Complete. 4 tens plus 7 ones. To write the number which is formed from 4 tens and 7 ones, at first I'm going to write ones and tens. Now, how many tens we have? We have 4 tens. So, we will write 4 under the tens room. And we have 7 ones. So, we will write 7 under the ones room. The number will be 47. B. 5 tens plus 2 ones. As we said, at first I'm going to write ones and tens. Now, how many tens we have? We have 5 tens. So, we will write 5 under the tens. And we have 2 ones. So, we will write 2 under the ones. Now we have 52. 52 is formed from 5 tens and 2 ones. Another example. Here we have 9 tens plus 6 ones. At first, we should write ones and tens. O for ones, T for tens. How many tens we have? We have 9 tens. And how many ones? 6 in the ones. Now we have 96. The last question. 8 tens plus 9 ones. At first we should write ones and tens. How many tens? We have 8 tens. And how many ones? 9 ones. Now we have 89. Thank you, primary one.